shape, form, or fashion. I mean, really and truly, you would think that it does, because for some reason, Friday night just seems to sneak up on me. Every night, Friday night, 9:30, apparently that time is very fluid and sneaks up on me all the time. Hello, 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 hello. So, yeah, oh, there, now I can turn that down. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see. Hi, Valerie. Yay! Happy day to all the crafty friends. I agree with that sentiment, Valerie, very much so. Very happy that everybody's here. I could not find a couple of the things that I wanted to test out today. One of them was the chalk markers that I bought, and I don't know where they are, but I know they're in the house somewhere, so they're not going to get tested today, but they will get tested at some point. But this is the interesting one. This is the one that I really want to test out. These are the lasers that I had. Let's see if I can focus in a little bit. Does that help? Now I got to wait 30 seconds to see if that helped. Oh, that was way too much. There we go. We'll focus in a little bit. There we go. That should be good. All right, so there we go. Hey, Amira. Hey, Doris. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday to everybody. Yes, Doris. Hi, Amira. I agree. So I'm going to start by opening these up. I did get out the batteries that I need for them. They each take 9-volt batteries. This one takes one, this one takes two. And we're going to test both of these tonight to see how good they are at lining things up. And, you know, I might play around with some other things depending on how time goes and how this goes. And I was going to test my chalk markers, but like I said, I couldn't find them. I did find these, which is a set that I do want to test. So I'm going to test those out and see how good they are. They are double-sided alcohol tip markers. Now, I have an entire set of 256 of these that I got off of Temu for free from the calendar game, or the calendar promotion, which to get to you hit in QQQQ. And so we'll see how that works out. But I did buy these at Ollie's, and I can't remember how much they were because I did pull off the outside thing, but I think they were $5. I wanted to try the alcohol markers, but like I said, they've flown the coop somewhere along the way, so they'll get tested sometime in the future. I know I bought them. I'm absolutely positive that I bought them. I keep turning around to see if I see them behind me, and I don't. So anyway, and for craft storage, oh my gosh, the 6.5 quart, the 27 gallon storage tubs that are the black sided with the yellow lids. Well, Home Depot has the 6.5 quart ones that look like tall shoe boxes. Oh my gosh, they're back in stock. I've been waiting for them to come back in stock. Oh, they are. They have clear with yellow lids. They have black with red lids. They have clear with white lids. I got the clear with yellow lids. So, yeah, so that's something that I'm going to do to try and help organize this. All of this. The piles that have given birth to piles and more piles with piles that have piles and more piles and piles and piles. You say they're nice, Amira. Is it because you know that they're nice because you've tested them, or because you're looking at them? And I'm curious because if you've tested them, I would love to have some insight into how to use them most perfectly. They need to come out with pink lids. I agree with you, Amira, 100%. They need to come out with pink lids. You're absolutely right. Although it is plastic, so if you get plastic spray paint, you could actually spray paint the lids pink if you wanted them that pink. So, I mean, just saying. Have seen the pink Lowe's mini buckets. Oh, I have seen them, but I have not gotten one because I cannot convince myself that I have any use for one, because anything that I would stick in a Lowe's mini bucket, I already have stuff stuck in, like paintbrushes and things like that. I already have them stuck in things, so I've not convinced myself to buy a Lowe's pink bucket, but oh my gosh, they are so awesome. All right, so here's what comes in the box. It comes with the instructions, which I may or may not read, and it comes with the box, and no. Oh, no. Bad laser thing. Oh, no. I don't have a screwdriver back here, and I don't think Mr. Chatty is watching. I think Mr. Chatty had a headache, so I don't think Mr. Chatty is watching. No, this is awful. No, I can't believe this thing takes us. Why did I not open it up to see if I needed a stinking screwdriver in order to do this? Oh my goodness gracious, and I really don't think I have a screwdriver of any sort back here. Let me see if I've got something in these spare part piece buckets that I have. Nope, there's not a screwdriver in that. Do I have a spare parts bucket over here? Here's a spare parts bucket. Oh, there is a little screwdriver in this. Yay! Go me for keeping all my little spare part thingies. Now let's hope that that screwdriver actually works, because that's a tiny little screwdriver. So here we go. We're going to try and open this up with this teensy bitsy screwdriver here. Yeah, one of these days, Chatty's going to be ready for this. Nah, don't hold your breath on that. Honestly, don't take bets on that because really and truly, that's probably never going to happen. It's just not a thing. Chatty's never going to be ready for these live streams. It's never, ever, ever. I have not. They used to have pretty colors. Okay, very cool. Oh no. Lowe's mini buckets. Yes, Valerie, there are Lowe's mini buckets. They are about the size of a coffee cup, and they have pink ones and blue ones, and the pink ones are just spectacular. I got one out. And the blue ones, they look like the Lowe's ones, but the pink ones are the ones that you want to go for if you want to go for those, if you like pink. Now, of course, Amira and I were totally on the pink wagon, so, you know, we love that stuff. I didn't. So I didn't used to like pink, but I've already told that story in one of my other live streams. Basically, my brain melted, and when my brain came back to normal, I loved pink. And prior to that, I hated pink. Pink was awful. Now that I've got the screws out, I'm hoping I took out the right screws. That would really be terrible if I didn't take out the right screws. Oh, no. Hey, y'all, look, I didn't need a screwdriver at all. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, dearie my. Bless my heart, huh? Let's see, which one's negative and which one's positive. Okay, so this one's negative. Let's see, which one's negative? I got to see the little images in there. I got to put those screws back in. Oh, people. If you think that this is unlike what normally happens in a Chatty Crafty live stream, you'd be absolutely wrong. This is exactly what happens in every live stream with Chatty Crafty. We're just, you know, it's a silly thing that just seems to happen all the time. And I can't see the little blips, which one's positive and which one's negative. All right, I'm going to look in here. Oh, darn it, I turned the light off. Let's see. I really cannot see where this goes. And I really don't want to mess this up because this is a laser. I mean, regardless of anything else, this really and truly is a laser. And I really want to make sure that there's positives. Okay, so this side is positive. So the positive one is the little bitty one. So it goes in that way. See, I try to do these things like as real as it can possibly be. I take the stuff out and I test it for the very first time each time I take it out of the box. And this is what happens when I do that. Because look, I just totally messed that whole thing up because I didn't get it all right. And no, I still haven't put up my Cricut lamp in case you didn't notice. Did you see my little lamp? Usually my little lamp stays out of the thing. A pink room sounds nice. Oh yeah. Actually our bathroom is pink. Yeah, one of our bathrooms is pink. The front bathroom is pink. So there we go. So there it is set up now. It's got an on-off switch. So if I turn it on, there should be a laser visible there. Somewhere. It should be coming out of this. And I'm not seeing it. Did I do something wrong? I really don't want to look inside it. Let's see. Off, on, off, on. Am I absolutely positive that I put the thingy in right? See, this is what goes on. This is typical Chatty Crafty. This is what goes on in the Chatty Crafty Guild with the Chatty Crafty live streams. We sit there and we test things and we try things and we try new things. And we end up doing things sometimes in a silly fashion, trying to get things just right. Let me see the light again. And I'm sitting here trying to keep chatter going because it's important to keep talking at all times. This would be so much easier if it was one of those little ones that you stuck it in. Okay, so the positive is definitely on the right. And this is definitely the positive side. So I'm definitely putting the 9-volt battery in correctly. Okay, that is incorrectly. We have checked that. All right, we're running through Occam's razor here. We're going through the most likely explanation is the one that is the easiest to support, which isn't exactly what Occam's razor says, but it's something similar to that. All right, so turn it on. Aha, now we have a laser. Haha, we have a laser level. All right, so I am now 9 minutes into this live stream and have accomplished the one task of putting a battery in a tool. Ooh, aren't I good? I mean, aren't we just so impressed by my ability to do things craft-wise? It took me 9 minutes to install a battery. 9 minutes to install a battery. Oh, you know, we should all learn to laugh at ourselves, for we will never cease to be amused. All right, so I missed some... It was actually going to be an extra bedroom, tiny but cute. I decided it was going to be a nail room, as that was my job for a bit. Oh, how cool! When I decided that, I figured pick my favorite. Absolutely. Hi, Erica. Good to see you here. All of my appliances would either be black or pink. Oh, that's wonderful. Most of my appliances in my kitchen ended up being red, not because I wanted them that way, but that's because that's the color that the 100th anniversary KitchenAid was. It was red, so all of my appliances ended up being red. As soon as I'm organized, I'll send you a pic. Organization. Yeah, if I were to say something like that, Valerie, it would be ages before you'd ever get a pic. Hi, Erica. Hi, Erica. Nito. Oh my gosh, the laser is on. Yes, the laser is finally on. Let's see if we can still see the yeah, we can still see the laser if I put the light in the right direction. Okay. We've done that now. Okay, so we can see the laser. So the whole idea of this is that you can get an absolute crisp line exactly where you want it to be. And one of the things that I do like about this, now that we're going to actually talk about this thing, 10 minutes in, we're finally going to talk about the thing, is that it's got all of these increments, and it actually feels like it locks into place at the inch lines. Yeah, it's got it definitely has a lock in the inch lines. So it clicks in at the inch lines. It seems to click in at the ½ inch and the inch ones, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that's intentional, but it does seem to do that. So, and it's even got the ½ inch and the inch ones marked. And it's also got a secondary one that measures for centimeters, which is cool because, I mean, that makes it completely universal. So this side is for Liberia, Myanmar, and the United States of America. And this side is for the rest of the world because, yes, the only 3 countries that still speak and think in imperial measurements are Liberia, Myanmar, and the United States of America. Quick quiz, where are Liberia and Myanmar? You don't know. I had to look them up when I learned that fact. But just so you know, Liberia, Myanmar, and the United States of America. 94% of the world. 94% of the world population will use this side. This side will be used by Liberia, Myanmar, and the United States of America. Hey, Stacy, good to see you here. Good to see you back in here. All right, so what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start putting, I brought in some markers and I brought in some washi tape. So I'm going to alternate between marker and washi tape and see how perfectly we can get this set up, because the whole idea of these lasers is to make sure that we get this done right. And there's another pop-up ad. Ooh, I got another 10th of a penny. I at least recognize the names. That's cool. Hey, Stacy. I like to think I'm intimidating to machines. There you go, Erica. Be intimidating to machines. Make those machines do what you want them to do. It worked because I walked in. There you go, Erica. That's exactly what it is. Happen at my job all the time. When the tech walks in, it magically starts working again. There you go, Erica. You have that magic. Machines see you come and go, oh no, she's here. Better start working again. Let's see, what would that be? You have the power. All right, so here's some washi tape. And these are washi tapes that I picked up at one of the Ollie's, but I honestly could not tell you at this point which Ollie's it is that I got this from. Yes, they do. They bend to your will. That is actually a really good trick to have, Erica. I'm going to use this pretty black and gold one right here. What happened to my laser? What happened to my laser? Don't tell me. I just delete. Okay, so apparently it turns off after a while. Apparently it has an automatic off switch, which is actually a really good thing for a, I don't know if y'all can still see it. It's still there a little bit, but it's gotten much lighter. Do you see it? It's getting bright and then it goes down. I wonder what's going on with that. This is interesting. Oh, please don't tell me that it just already killed a 9-volt battery. That would super suck. In the amount of time that I was sitting here talking about it, a whopping 3 minutes, it appears to have completely depleted a 9-volt battery. I just changed the setting on my lamp. There we go. That's the one that I usually use. So it has been a while. I just have been so busy shopping. Hey, you know what, Stacy? That's an absolutely valid use of your time. Absolutely wonderfully valid use of your time. Okay, I mean, I like the idea, but it's annoying that it flashes really bright and then it goes down again. I mean, you can even see it fading. And I really hope that I didn't just completely deplete an entire 9-volt battery in just that little bit of time. Now, granted, I have no idea where these 9-volt batteries came from. I don't even know what the date on them is. Let's see if I can see it. Probably not. I don't have any sort of magnification on. Oh, well, that's not good. There's a 1. It's 201. Oh, 2014. My batteries are 12 years old. I guess I've had these for a while. Yeah, okay. That would be a reason why it's dated January 2014. That might be a reason why my laser is not working very well. Well, I mean, the idea is great. Oh my goodness. Hey Mary. Hey Mary. That's so nice to see you. This is gonna be a super silly one. I can't believe noob with a laser with bad batteries. I knew I should have grabbed the energizers. I really did, but these were open and I figured I could use the open ones because they were nice and they were not, I mean, they were open, but 12-year-old batteries that expired 12 years ago. Let me turn that off and see if I can still see it. Well, let me turn it off and see if, okay, so if it's off, I can actually still see the laser a little bit. And that just gives me the opportunity to line this up perfectly. So that's actually a nice little feature of that. And like I said, it does move down, so I could go to the 2-inch mark. I could do the same thing, take a piece of this washi tape and put it down right here, just like so. Hey, I've got 17 people in here, 17 people watching me use 12-year-old batteries to try and run a laser. Welcome to Chatty Crafty. Welcome to the Chatty Crafty Friday night live stream humor panel. And there we go. Here comes another one. So there, I'm going to put this one. Let's see. Okay, that one was at 2, so this one goes at 3. Darth Vader never had this problem. No, Darth Vader never did that. Never had the problem at all. I can see it on my arm really well. It's just, it's so light coming across the paper that if I have my actual, let's light up the room light on, or light up my surface area light on, you can't see it, which is kind of sad. So, I'm just going to sit here and keep putting these down in the nice straight lines that I'm getting. Oops, that wasn't long enough. We have to put that somewhere else to get another piece of tape, because this is just going to be a card front. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with it. It's probably going to be another one of the Support Minnesota businesses that are supporting the protesters' ice out cards. So if you're watching and you didn't know that that was the way I leaned, now you do. And if you want to leave because you grew up to be a bad person and you support something that is awful and vile and the Gestapo, it's fine, you can leave. I will not miss you at all. Please don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. That's all I'm going to say about that. I ripped that one off too short again, too. I'm not doing too well tonight. Squeezing out the very last of the value from those batteries. Yes, Doris, that's exactly what I'm doing. I am getting the very last bit of energy out of these little batteries that I could possibly get out of them. And what's sad is we do actually have Energizer batteries. I put that one in the wrong place. We do actually have Energizer batteries. I could have picked up the Energizer 9-volt batteries. Not sponsored. Don't get the idea that I'm sponsored by them, but I could very much have picked them up and gone about my business with a really nice name brand battery, but no, I went with these, which, I mean, who ever heard of those? I've never heard of those. What do they say? It says they're industrial, and they may have at one time been industrial, but 12 years after their expiration date, not so much. All right, so I can still see the line right there, so that puts that one right there. So there we go. We've got this down, and I think that actually worked really well because those are nice straight strips. I mean, if I had tried to eyeball this, there is no way that I would have been able to get them that straight and that nice. There's absolutely no way. So we're going to go back to these 1/2-inch lines. Oops, get another 1/10 of a penny because they just showed me another pop-up ad. All right, and I'm going to open up these markers. Like I said, these markers came from an Ollie's. I couldn't even tell you which one, but they were somewhere in Florida. And I did take the thing off, but I haven't actually opened them up yet because they're still sealed together. I just need to get the thing off. There we go. So here we go with these markers, and look at the beautiful colors of these. I mean, these are absolutely stunning. And of course, I'm going to pick the darkest pink one that's in there, and I'm going to try it on both sides. So it's got this one side that looks like a little pen tip, and then the other one that is a chisel tip. So it's got a chisel tip side and it's got a pen tip side. And I'm going to set this up at the 1/2-inch side, and I'm going to use the little pen tip one, and I'm going to see how well I can copy this line and see how well I can make a straight line. Now, I don't have a whole lot of faith in myself to do this because I'm not very good at tracing lines. So let's see exactly how well I can do this. And it doesn't really help that the laser is really dark at this point. Not dark, dim at this point. But not too bad. I think the middle one, because this is going to be the middle one, I'm going to use the broad tip, that chisel tip one. And I'm going to see if I can make this chisel tip go all the way down that line. So, I mean, it is helpful. It was more helpful with the washi tape. I will say that. It was much more helpful with the washi tape than it is with the marker. So go back to the thin tip line, bring it over here to the 1/2 inch mark and make another line. And it does do exactly what I wanted it to do. It is giving me the opportunity to make these lines very, very neatly set up in the middle of the lines. That was probably my best of the 5 lines that I did right there. But look at that. That is so cool. I think that is beautiful. I really do. I think that that is an amazing little technique, an amazing little system right there. Stacy, I feel you. Def more building the collection versus actual crafting. Yeah, see. I'm assuming I didn't see Stacy's statement, but yeah, I think. Oh, what was it? There was a meme that said buying art supplies and buying craft supplies and using craft supplies are 2 completely different hobbies. And I have to say, I believe that to be true. I really do. That is an absolutely true statement. So these are really nice. So that's the first one right there. And I've already turned it off. The laser's not on anymore, but I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to, fold these over to the side so that they're not sticking out anymore. But honestly, I think that that did a really nice job of making a really straightforward, well laid out card front, because I mean, those lines are absolutely, especially the washi tape lines are absolutely perfect. I got ink on my laser thingy, but that's okay. All right, so that was the first one. And I said that, and I add that to 3 and 4. Wait, I miss it. Did you buy more markers? Yes, of course I bought more markers, Erica. I am such a marker fiend. Oh my gosh. If there's like a heaven for marker hoarders, or the other place for marker hoarders, I'm definitely going. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that was the first one that I've tried right there. That was the first little one. And this is the other one. Now, I did get this from AmericanCraft.com, and I got it from their vault sale, and it was $10. And the last time I looked 2 days ago, they still had these in stock. So this was a $10 tool, and it's made by We Are, and this is actually We Are Memory Keepers. So this is one of the original things before they changed their name. Finding supplies at great prices and then admiring organizing my collection. There you go, Doris. That's exactly what it is. And like I said, Home Depot has the not sponsored by anybody, but Home Depot has the little 6.5 quart rough tote tubs that look like the 27-gallon black and yellow rough tote tubs that everybody uses to organize things in, which I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this room already. I've got 6 of the 27-gallon ones, and so just want you to know that Home Depot has them back in stock if that is something that you're looking for. So I'm just saying they have them in stock again. I bought the clear ones with the yellow lids. Actually, I didn't buy them. My husband did. But I was in the car. I did sit in the parking lot when he went in there because we went there tonight, and I didn't feel right asking him to go without going with him. I have 2 houses and both are ridiculous. Oh, Stacy, I get that. I ordered the Hello Hobby airbrush kit, and I'm excited to try it. Oh, an airbrush kit. I missed that. Oh, definitely. If you would please, Amira, put that in the Chatty Crafty Facebook group so we can see how that works out. I would really appreciate that. I'm sure I'm not the only one who would really appreciate. Yes, my plastic bin collection has grown this year as well. Yep, absolutely. I actually got 12 of those plastic bins from the calendar promotion on Temu for free. And it was funny because they drop shipped them from Walmart. And I thought that was hilarious. It was supposed to be from a local vendor, and they drop shipped them from Walmart. So, hey, that's okay. Whatever works for them. I mean, I have no idea how much they got for it because I got them for free. I didn't pay anything for them. They were the prize after going to the calendar promotion for 20 days in a row. I love my airbrush. I've used it on Inhale Designs. Ooh, Valerie. Oh, we would, I know I'm speaking for more than just me, but I'm going to speak for me personally. I would love to see some of those airbrush designs on the Facebook group. And no, I did not put the link to the Facebook group into the description for this one yet. It will be in there when it goes back online after the live is over. I just totally forgot to do that because I forgot to do that. I was so busy trying to find out what I needed for these and picking out batteries that expired 12 years ago. And okay, this is still heavy. I'm not sure what just happened. I pulled this centerpiece out and it looks like there's stuff in there, but the box itself is still heavy and that just came out of the center. So I don't know. This one's supposed to be a dual-edged laser. It's supposed to go in 2 different directions. So let's see what's going on with this because I'm not really sure what's going on here. Need to find out what's going on in the, oh darn it, I just dropped the lid to my knife. There we go. And I was told that I really need to put my finger in the ring of the knife every time I use it, and I think that's very good advice to make sure that I don't cut myself. Now I gotta pick the lid of the knife up off the floor. Baby Bear's not in here, which kind of surprises me because I got lasers out. All right, so these are the two different laser pieces. So apparently they go into the laser box some other way. So here we go with this. So here's the rest of the laser box. Gonna open it up and pull this out. I got my vault sailor to deliver tomorrow. Oh, yay, Erica, I'm so happy for you. That's so cool. Should be here Tuesday. Yay. I didn't get a whole lot. This one cost me $24.99. Like I said, most of the money that I spent at the American Crafts Vault went for these two laser items. There's still something in here. Oh, it's the instructions that I'm not going to read. Here we go. All right, so now let's figure out how this mat works, because of course I'm not going to read the instructions, although the instructions probably tell me exactly what I'm supposed to do. But, you know, let's let logic take a turn at this and see if we can figure this out logically. Oh, these scissors do not cut plastic very well. They're great at cutting paper, but they really don't cut plastic very well. There we go. Now I'm getting it going. Let's see. I know, right? Awesome. Great way to start. Yeah, that is a great way to start the weekend. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I saw something today that is so cool. I saw a picture of a sign in an Ollie's that said Joann's liquidation, not American Craft liquidation. So it looks like the Joann's liquidations are starting to hit the Ollie's now too, which could be really amazing and really expensive, especially if you're a seamstress, because I would assume that a lot of that would be fabric. All right, so there's that. Push that down. I don't think I like this mat nearly as much as I like the other one. I have to say that this is not really appealing to me that much. Let me move these out of the way so I have a flat surface-ish to put this down on and see if I can get this together with my 12-year-old batteries. All right, so I mean, it's obvious the way this goes together, but it's just not really going down very well, and it doesn't look like it's going to stay together very well. I'm not sure I like this. Maybe the laser guides will actually hold it in place together, but I'm not impressed by this. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm incredibly impressed by the $10 one. This $25 one is not impressing me at all at the moment. Now, I haven't really done much with it other than tried to get it to go together, and it's really not. I've moved everything out from underneath it, and it is really fighting me on going together. These little lock and tab things just don't really fit together very well. So I'm down to 13 people. Apparently the other 4 people weren't too interested in me sitting here fighting with the lasers. I honestly can't say I blame them. I'm not really doing much crafty. I'm just testing out these things right now, and I'm not having a very good time of it with this one. This one really is fighting me. It does not want to go together. Let's see if I put it together the other way, where I put the other one on top. Let's see if it's like form fit to how it goes together. Not really, no. It's still really fighting me. It really does not want to go in there. Let me turn that back on, see if I can get some more light on this and see what's going on. See if I'm doing something wrong. Well, that one went together. All right, that one's together now. Yeah, I'm not sold on this one. This one is not my fave. Almost got it together. I got one more that needs to go in. There we go. Oh, well, pop the other one out. I got it in and it popped the other one out. This is what happens when I don't test things out before I go live. This is exactly what happens. Okay, so this is why this one takes 2 9-volt batteries, because this one actually has 2 completely independent lasers. So that's actually kind of a nice feature where you don't have to have them both on at the same time. Now I got to figure out which one's positive and which one's negative again. Oh, goodness gracious, me and my poor eyes trying to figure out which one goes where. Okay, so this side is positive, and on the battery, this side is positive, so it goes in that way, and I seal it down like so. Make sure that it's off so that I'm not blinding myself in any way. Yep, that one's off. Okay, so that one's set up, and now I need to put the battery in this one, my little 12-year-old batteries. Yeah, I know, not the batteries. Oh, goodness gracious. You know, what would it be if it weren't just silliness in a chatty, crafty live? You know, this is definitely one of those that's more emotional support background noise than anything else, because that's really all I'm probably going to accomplish with all of this, is just giving y'all some emotional support background noise. All right, some more 12-year-old batteries in. Okay, so they're both off. Now, it's got these spots here. Oh, look at that. It's got little hooks in there. So these really, I mean, I do not like this one. I do not recommend this one at all. I will be forthright and honest about this. This one is not my favorite thing, because if I don't have a perfectly flat place to use it, it will not stay together correctly. Now this one slides in this way and then sets down. So let's try sliding them together first and then setting them down on these little parts. I mean, it stays, yeah, but I'm not, and there's lumps here where those little things are. So if I try to use any sort of, like, I mean, it'll be good for like lining up if I'm trying to put something down, like if I have a piece of cardstock or a card face here, because this is a card front. If I stick the card front over in the corner and I want to line it up exactly at 3 inches and exactly at 4 inches and then turn both lasers on, I can do that. But in all honesty, I mean, I couldn't really do much in the way of drawing or writing or tracing this laser line because these little bumps right here are just not, oh, weird. Why 9-volt though of all the batteries? Because in one small box you get the same voltage as you do with 6 AA or AAA batteries. 6 AA batteries or 6 AAA batteries also add up to 9 volts. But the box requires the size to hold 6 AA or AAA batteries, whereas this little box right here, this one little space right here, holds the same amount of voltage in a much smaller compact place. That's why they're using 9-volt batteries, because lasers do take a considerable amount of energy to run. Now, why they didn't use button batteries, I don't know, because button batteries would have done much the same thing, although it's quite possible that it's because button batteries are much more difficult for people to come by. So let's see. Are you kidding? This is the best, my favorite part of the week. Oh, Valerie, I appreciate that. I really do. Support for my silliness. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So I have this roll of not duct tape, washi tape as well. This is a different set from the other one that I was using. The other one that I was using had the really pretty black and gold one in it. This one has this beautiful gold and white one in it, but I really don't want to put it on craft paper cardstock. So let's see if I can find a piece of a card front that's got another color on it. This one's really pretty right there. So this is one of those basil ones. Somebody corrected me that it's not pronounced basil, it's pronounced basil. So I have now learned that it's not EK tools, it's EK tools, and it's not basil, it's basil. So I have been corrected on both of those, and I appreciate people when they give me the option of being more accurate in the way I speak and the way I refer to these things, because it's important to make sure that everything is being named the way it's properly supposed to be pronounced, because that's just the way things go to make, you know, the world revolve just a little bit better. I guess I'd rather be, oh yeah, USB chargeable would be much better. But again, this is We Are Memory Keepers. This is, you can't see it, it's not on the screen. I don't know if I can get it over, I got too much stuff in the way, but this is We Are Memory Keepers. So this is old enough that if they did remake this, they may have done it USB rechargeable. And I agree, USB rechargeable would be much better. Very true. And even thinking that this is slightly older tech, I think they had used USB rechargeable. Yeah, that's true. They did have them a long time ago, Doris. You're absolutely right. USB rechargeable stuff, especially like battery banks, have been around for a very long time. You put the accent on the wrong syllable. Yes, Valerie, I put the accent on the wrong syllable. You know, Valerie, you and I are total twinsies on this whole sarcasm thing. I absolutely adore that. I really do. Amira and I, it's all the pink stuff. Doris and I, it's all the really cool stuff. Valerie and I, it's all the sarcasm stuff. Erica and I, it's all the, you know, storage and finding new things stuff. Yeah, that card is a beautiful color. I love this. These came in a set of 60 for $1.99, and there were a lot of jewel tones in them, and I'm kicking myself for only having bought 2. I do remember that I found these in the St. Pete store over on the west coast of Florida. I do know that they came from there. St. Pete, maybe Bradenton. It's either the southernmost one north of Tampa Bay or the northernmost one south of Tampa Bay. I can't remember for sure, but it's near the west coast, and I can't remember if it's the one north of Tampa Bay but closest to Tampa Bay, or the one south of Tampa Bay but closest to Tampa Bay, but it's one of those two. I'm sure it's in one of my videos somewhere along the way, but at this point I've got so many Shop With Me videos up that I honestly couldn't even begin to tell you which one it's in. Makes note to check my previous hauls. Yeah, Doris, there you go. Perfection. It's also one that had the sliding slicer for $5. That was in that one. It's the same store that had the sliding slicer for $5 instead of $1. It's not the one of the ones that had it for $1. I mean, it does stay together well. I'm much more impressed by the single compact put together unit. This is honestly big enough for any card making that I would be doing. This would probably be better used for somebody who does things with Cricut vinyl or with the 12 by 12 vinyl mats when they're trying to line them up perfectly, when they're trying to get things, you know, put onto whatever it is that they're using the vinyl for. I honestly would say that this would be better for somebody who's using it for vinyl, this particular size one. I don't see me getting a whole lot of use out of this big one. I thought it would be cool to have the ability to do, I finally got the box open. I've been sitting here fighting with the box for the last 5 minutes. But yeah, this is the other one that I got. So these are two different ones that I have found at stores, and I couldn't tell you which alleys I found them in, but I smelled it. There you go. Oh, yeah, there it is. That card is a pretty color. Makes note to check previous hauls. Hi, watching the Olympic opening ceremonies and lost track of time. No worries, Kathy. Absolutely no worries. I will tell you that my favorite way to watch the Olympics, and my hub set this up for me. I don't know how he did it, but I know it involves a streaming service and a VPN. So I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent here, I know. But I watch the Olympics through Sky Sports from South Africa. And it is an amazing way to watch the Olympics because they show the Olympics. They don't show the Americans and all the Americans sports and all the Americans doing this and all the Americans doing that. They show the Olympics. If you want to watch figure skating, you see every country do the figure skating routine. It is amazing. And I really fell in love with Sky Sport. And there's like 9 different Sky Sport channels. There's like Sky Sport Arena, Sky Sport Racing, Sky Sport Golf, Sky Sport Rugby. There's like 9 different channels. There's Sky Sport Main Event. But there's like 9 different channels with Sky Sport. And what really made me fall in love with them was the year that Simone Biles had to back out of the Olympics because she got the twisties. And what happened was the person who replaced her in the all-around, because Simone Biles had qualified for the all-around, the person who replaced her in the all-around also took Simone Biles' position, which means that the person who replaced Simone Biles went last in every competition. Floor routine was the last one for the all-around, and there was no way that the person who took Simone Biles' place could win a medal. It was absolutely mathematically impossible. So when the second to last person finished, they had 2 commentators, a male commentator and a female commentator. Don't know anything more about them other than their gender, or at least their expressed gender. But when the second to last one finished, the male commentator started saying, okay, so we know the medal position, and the female commentator shut him down and said, no, sir, there is still one more athlete that needs to compete, and she needs to have the respect of our undivided attention while she competes. And we can talk about medals after she is done competing. And she did her competition. And after she was done, the female commentator came back and said, I apologize for any misgivings or any bad sentiment that we created in people by talking about the results before everyone had competed. I was like, oh my gosh, that's what sportsmanship is. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what commentation should be. But there we go. Anyway, okay, I went off on a tangent. Okay, so I'm going back to this now. And so anyway, Sky Sports, if you can get Sky Sports from South Africa. I don't know how my husband did it, but I do know that it requires a VPN and a streaming service. If you can get Sky Sports to watch the Olympics, I highly recommend it. Still not sponsored by anybody. All right, turning that on, and I'm going to do this quickly because I know my batteries are going to die really quickly. So I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to put this down right there. Just like so. Nope, not quite far enough up. I need it a little bit further up, but look how beautifully straight I can put that down. That is amazing. I absolutely do love this. I really do. And now that I'm done with that one, I can turn it off and I can turn the other one on and I can put the other piece down the other way so that I have this beautiful piece of tape going across this card. Actually, I'm going to do that again. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this slightly differently because since it's going to fold over into the other side, I want a little bit more stuff there. There we go. Sorry, I got quiet for a second. There we go. I was concentrating. Had to get my tongue held in the right position to get it done right. And then I'm going to take another piece of this beautiful washi tape right here. Dun, da, da, da. Yeah, good on her. Absolutely. I was so impressed. I mean, that is what sportsmanship should be. That is exactly what the Olympics should be. And if you watch it on whatever station is showing it here in America, all you get is the Americans. And I don't want to see just the Americans compete. I want to see everybody compete. One of my favorite, this is, winter sports is short track. I don't know why. I absolutely love short track racing. And, you know, I want to see everybody compete. I want to see every heat, and Sky Sports, you can do that. Exactly. I agree with you completely. That's exactly how it should be. So here we go. So here goes the other one. So, oops. There we go. Put that down. And I've got, okay, this is weird. Oh, it's like I've got 3 different lines here, but it's reflecting off of stuff. Hold on, I got to move whatever it is that's reflecting off of. Let me put this down here so it stops reflecting. Oh, I almost had another craft avalanche. Okay, so now it's not reflecting anymore. That is still weird. I'm getting, that's too strange. Look, I'm getting a line there and a line there, and it's set up here. The laser should be here, but the laser's down here. This is weird. This, and I've got a non-reflective piece of cardboard at the end of this so that it's not reflecting. So I don't know what's going, okay, I'm liking this even less. The more I test this out and the more I play with this bigger one, the less I like it. Look at that. It's like a big rectangle instead of a straight line. I don't understand this. Can I have both lights on at once? Yes, I can have both lights on at once. I was trying to conserve my rotten little batteries here. But there we go. So see, you can see that this one's straight, but this one, there's definitely 2 different lines. And the line should be here, but the bulk of the line is here. This is too weird. Maybe some light bleed. It could be some light bleed. I'm going to turn this off so you can see it even better. See, you can see it even better now. That it's just, you can really see the lasers well at this point. Look how much it's like a rectangular thing. I really don't understand I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. You can't make me like it. And it's crooked. I can tell from this that this is a crooked line. It's not straight. Okay, and you know, this one's slightly crooked too. Weird. This is too weird. Oh, I do not like this one. Don't buy the bigger one. Okay, I'm just going to point out, in my humble opinion, okay, this is my humble opinion. You don't have to follow me. It's just my humble opinion. You can spend your money the way you want to, but in my humble opinion, don't buy the bigger one of these. It's not straight. It's not level. This curves off in this direction. This is not a straight line. You can see that it's not a straight line because of the way the paintbrush is curving off in that direction. You can see that this one is not a straight line. I mean, you can see that this one is not a straight line. The pen's curving towards me. In this case, the pen is curving towards the piece of cardboard over here. And in this case, the pen is curving towards me. So hold my charge instead of my beer. Yeah, exactly. Hold my charge. Don't buy this one. Okay. In my humble opinion, don't buy this one. Yes, you're right, Amira. It could be out of alignment. Battery said not for long. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can see that this one's already starting to go kaput now. So I'm going to turn the top one off because the top one just went kaput. You can see that the battery just gave up the ghost. Yeah, that battery's gone. But yeah, in my humble opinion, don't buy this one. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there like that. I am going to do what I was going to do with this because it really is pretty. I'm going to put it this way, and I actually intend to use it this way, but it does give me a really nice straight line, but I could have totally done that with this for $10 and just turned the card instead of doing it with this for $25 and all the going on with that. Maybe the box got knocked around and that's quite possible, Amira. It could very much have been that way, that the box got knocked around. Yeah. So yeah, a moment of silence for the battery on the left. You're absolutely right, Valerie. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, so yeah, so this was a test of these lasers. This was Noob with the laser. I'm not quite done yet. I'm gonna pratter on for a little bit longer, but get this one. If you want one of these, if you want this for card making, get this. If you absolutely need one for setting up vinyl, maybe buy this and see if you can figure out what's wrong with the alignment of the lasers and what's wrong with everything else, and but definitely use longer lasting batteries than my expired 12 years ago ones. But you know, I personally, I would not buy this one again, and I'm actually very much regretting having bought this one. Do you know how much Ollie's stuff I could have bought for the $25 I spent on this? I mean, that's where my brain is going. In all honesty, that is exactly where my brain is going. My brain is saying, you know what? You could have bought so much stuff for that. You didn't have to buy that thing for $25. You could have bought so much other stuff. So now you know, don't buy this one unless you want to sit here and play with it, unless you want to sit there and see if you can realign the lasers, unless you want to sit there and deal with the fact that there is lumps down the center of it. I'm going to turn my light back on. Unless you want to deal with the fact that there's lumps down the center of it, unless you want to deal with all of the issues that I have with this, because I mean, this really is not sitting very well on there. I mean, it's in place because it's not moving, but it just sits right on these little tabs. It doesn't really, there's just these little tabs that it just sits on. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know if I've made my point clear on this. I don't know if I'm being like vague or something. You know, maybe I'm not being completely clear. Maybe I'm holding back on my opinion on this, but no, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put a piece of cardstock in here to cover up the ends of the tape so that you don't see the ends of the tape, so that it's you know, clean on the inside, and then the sentiment will go down here, and this will probably turn into some sort of holiday card for next holiday season, next winter. But you know, put a little sentiment here, put a piece of cardstock there, maybe attach a little envelope to put a gift card in, and then put another sentiment down here, something like that. Okay, stupid question time. Couldn't you use the little one and maybe a laser measuring tape if you need the other axis? Absolutely, you very much could. Or if you need the other axis, you just do that one and then you turn it and do the other axis, because nothing says you can't turn the card when you're sitting there doing it. Yes, it's a little bit more work, but it's just a little bit more work. I mean, it's really not that much to sit there and move the card. Yeah, the shimmer of the paper is amazing, Kathy. You're absolutely right. And this is this will make a beautiful holiday card, even with the little, you know, you can see that my elbow came down and creased it a little bit. But I mean, even with that, it's still going to be a beautiful holiday card. It's not going to go to waste. The thing did do what it was intended to do. It did not do it well. It is bulky and cumbersome. It is, in my opinion, flimsy. It is, in my opinion, unusable for certain aspects because of the way it sticks together here, because you can see that it's got these little notches that come in and out, and it's just I'm love it, don't love it, wonderful, not so much. $10, woohoo, 25, not a great use of your money there. There are so many other things that you can get from American Crafts for that $25 and not get this. So, yeah, but Cece, do you like it? Oh, Valerie, you know, I know that I have been somewhat ambiguous there, that's how it's pronounced. I know that I have been somewhat ambiguous in my opinion of this one. I realize that I should be more forthright and I should be more forthcoming with my opinions, especially since I try to be my authentic self when I'm doing these. But, you know, I just have to say that I don't want to badmouth anybody, but I don't like that. You know, I hate it. I hate this one. This is terrible. Don't buy the big one unless you have an absolute reason to have a 13 by 13 laser guidance system. Unless you need, for some reason, 13 by 13, don't buy this one. Buy this one. $10, $25. You can buy 2.5 of these for the same price as this. I mean, seriously, crazy to think that Michael's clearance price was 40 to 50. Not sure what the, oh, wow. According to the website that I saw, I think the original price of this was $129, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy, considering especially that it's not in alignment and that it has significant design flaws with this right here. And like Valerie said, I think it was Valerie that said it, or maybe it was Erica that said it, that it should have a rechargeable USB battery in it. It shouldn't be run by 9-volt batteries. Now, granted, okay, it's not the thing's fault. My batteries expired 12 years ago. That has nothing to do with this thing. If I were using fresher batteries, I would get definitely more life out of it. But you know, even with the fact that I'm using, you know, old batteries, it should still be in alignment when the batteries are useful. So leave a review on the website so folks will know. Oh, absolutely. You're right, Kathy. That's an absolutely great suggestion. You know, I can even mention that I use it live in my YouTube channel if they'll let me do that. I don't know if they'll let me self-promote on the site, but if they do, I can even say that you can go to my YouTube channel and watch the February 6th live stream at 9:30 p.m. and see my exact use of it and have an absolute visual of everything that I'm talking about. That's a great idea, Kathy. I'm definitely going to take that. See, I love the Guild. The Guild gives so many great ideas to all the people that are members of the Guild. And I just got another 1/10 of a penny because I just got another pop-up ad. So, yeah, well, love it, hate it. That's the end. That's the news with the lasers. I will get a ton of use out of this. I will get better batteries, and then I will get a ton of use out of this. I love the fact that I get to line this up perfectly without having to think about it, without having to really look at it closely and clearly. I mean, I probably won't use it to trace lines because I didn't do that very well, but lining up these washi tapes is absolutely a breeze when you have this. And the fact that it's got all the different increments and everything, and if you need to go another way, you just turn the item that you're working with. Absolutely love it. This is 6x6. So as long as your card, the card face that you're using is 6x6, I mean, you could still do a 5x7 on this. You just wouldn't have the extra inch on there, or you could actually just do it 5x7 that way and then flip it around and do the other side 5x7 that way. I mean, it wouldn't take that much to do it with a 5x7 card on there. Let's see, I think I have a 5x7 card sitting up here. I may not. I may have spoken too soon. I know I have a bunch of 5x7 cards. Here we go. Here's a 5x7 card front. See, the 5x7 card front hangs off a little bit. This is not a card front, this is a card base, but you just turn it around and you've got the same idea, because an inch from this side is the exact same as an inch from this side. So you just turn it around, you just keep turning it, and it's just a matter of turning it the way you want it to be. For card makers, this is the one. If you need 13x13, go for this, but bear in mind that you're going to be upset with it. Yeah, so yeah, this was too much money. Even at $25, this was too much money. At $10, this is a great investment. So there we go. I appreciate everybody being here. I hope that I was able to, provide emotional support, background noise for everybody. This is actually a really low watch for me. There were only, at my peak, I think there were only 17 people here, but that's perfectly okay. I hope that I was able to give good advice and good information to the 17 of you that were in here. I love my lurkers. I thank everybody who's been watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. I cannot express how grateful I am and how humbled I am by everybody who has chosen to be a part of the Chatty Crafty Guild. I really can't. So yeah, very much so. Yeah, right, Valerie, that was $24 too much. Yep. So I appreciate everybody. I hope that everybody has an awesome weekend. I will be putting up a video on Sunday that will be detailing all of the places that we know of that we can get these American craft supplies online for the people who don't have an Ollie's in their area. So watch out for that video on Sunday. It's probably going to be the most labor-intensive editing video I've put up. So hopefully it comes to pass the way I have it in my brain. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful, awesome evening. And I hope that everybody stays safe and stays warm and absolutely, truly wonderful. I just absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. So now to find the good values almost likely expired in my box. There you go. Absolutely, Doris. Thank you because I have tried their big one first because I'm a doofus. You are not a doofus, Valerie, but definitely I highly recommend the little one. I really do. I highly recommend the little one. If you need 13x13, go for it, but you're going to have issues. I highly recommend the little one. I appreciate each and every one of you. Cheers and happy crafting. I said it wrong. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see if I can get this thing stopped. Oh no, where's the stoppy part? I need the stoppy part. There it is. Bye. Did it stop? I don't think it stopped. Nope. It hasn't stopped yet. Ah! No, that's not what I want. That. There. Okay. Cheers and happy crafting.